What's up guys, it is ProGamerDudeMan with our new Penumbra Overture playthrough. So let's get started in the game and we will be playing on normal. Okay, my story began in February year 2000. Get on with it.
For my part in this allegory, I'm not going to make the
British.
same mistakes my father made. Howard vanished from my mother's life before I was even in it. So when he sent me a letter a few days after Mum's funeral, it was the first I'd ever heard from him. Pity he was dead. Writing from beyond the grave must be a genetic habit in my bloodline. His letter contained a key, instructions, pleas for forgiveness. I figured the dead don't have much use for absolution, so I turned to his prophetic passing, which he inexplicably expected to come any day. Clearly averse to explanations, my father preferred to leave directions to a bank on Mayfair I'd never even heard of. In that bank was a safety deposit box in his name, and myself as executor. Of course, I went, as he knew I would. I discovered that despite the evidence, he'd been legally declared dead almost 30 years ago, and so the old book and collection of notes I found had, in the eyes of the law, been mine all this time. My father's instructions were to burn the documents, raise no further questions. But that was his error. No man's immune to the shameful trappings of curiosity, and my humanity got the better of me. The university I taught at was world-renowned for two things: physics and linguistics. I represented the first, and the man who stood for the second was stumped by my recent acquisition. The book was indecipherable. The notes, however, showed a location somewhere in uninhabited northern Greenland. It took me almost a year to book the last flight I'd ever take. As I watched civilization disappear along with Heathrow, I realised my father had disappeared 3 decades ago, almost to the day, and I considered in turn what it was that I was leaving behind. We landed on a strip of ice a few feet wide, and within minutes I was pulling away on a chartered boat, beginning the 12-hour journey that would lead me into my past.
Alright. Start of a journey. So it looks like we're on the boat to northern Greenland, like you said. Finally, we're almost docked. I better stow my gear. I may be far from home, but chances are I can still pick stuff up using left mouse, and I can take a closer look at things using right mouse. Sweet. Alright. So, okay. Yes, I can do it! See, there it is. Beer. Okay. Always good to have a notebook to jot down interesting information and remember. I think I left my torch in the desk drawer next to the bed. It can be opened using my left mouse on it, holding the button down and moving the mouse. Simple, because I played Amnesia. Alright. Certain this map's a good decade or so out of date, but landmarks don't change in Greenland, so I've got a pretty decent idea where I'm heading. Alright, chair. Okay, there is flashlight. Flashlight switches on and off via the inventory tab, or hopefully with the shortcut key F. Now, where's that emergency glow stick? Should still be in the locker. In my inventory thing. Okay. Here's the chest. Dear Steric, just a quick note before you set sail and leave me once again. I've left you a little something to remember me by in the chest at the foot of your bed. I really don't know why you still have only one bed on board. Taking shifts because of it is no way to get your rest. But what does a fisherman's wife know about life at sea? I'd be praying every night for you to make the catch you need so that you can come home to me safely and soon. Please don't be gone for 5 weeks like the last time. I know I might nag sometimes, but I do love you, you know. I've watched those overalls of yours. I know you'll get them covered in assorted fish parts in no time, but I still feel better knowing that they have a wash. Before I forget, the Henriksons in the village have asked me to see if you be coming by any trout, but I said they were mostly out of season. If you do happen upon any, don't say anything. Stow them well in the ice, and I'll do something special with them to celebrate when you come home to me. The ship's captain deserves a little special treatment once in a while. Take care of my love. Alright, more beer, whiskey. I need a key. Where's the key? Oh my gosh. feel so dumb. Oh my gosh. Where is the key? Do I have it? No, I don't have the key. Oh my gosh. I've played this game before. I've beaten this game before. I don't know where that key is. Oh my god. I feel so dumb. The inventory tab. Oh! Oh my god. I can't believe I didn't see that. Okay, good thing I have my torch F in hand. This country seems to be good. Okay, we got the batteries and my glow stick. I don't need to read that. Wait a second, guys. I need to... Neural graphics, sound... Oh my gosh. Game. On. Okay, there we go. That's better. Should be everything I need. I'm gonna be good. Alright. As I stepped off the boat, sailing out into the blizzard that had formed around me, I realized how utterly devoted I'd been to the discovery of my father's past. I had no idea what to expect. Soon enough, my concerns were justified. I don't know whether I lost my orientation or my spirit first, but I lost feeling in my extremities first soon after. I knew hypothermia was settling in. I started looking for shelter. So cold. I don't know where I am. Need shelter soon. What do you expect, doofus? Like, really? My entire head went numb a long time ago, but I can still hear the wind roar in the past. Or just some kind of animal. If I click on it, okay, I know. I'm doing it right now. Gosh, what the heck? What? Oh, wait. Okay. Open it now. What's he doing? Alright, Jesus, my head. I can't believe I fell that far and survived. Although looking around, maybe I didn't. What is this place? Alright. Okay, glow stick. Glow stick is a lot better than the flashlight because it does give more light and it lasts forever. And Daniel is freaking jealous because he wants his glow stick. All he has is some cruddy lantern. Alright. This is the place where I landed. Basic one door. I can see that. Okay. There. Let's see, I can swing the same rifle. Left. Sorry. Left mouse. I can make a back swing, pulling the mouse right, and then follow through the pushing left. The opposite works too. Pulling back and thrusting forward produces a stabbing motion. Yeah. I reckon if I hold down right mouse after the back swing, I could still be able to look around. Okay. This is light as heck. Alright, let me put this. This is all hotkey. Alright, that works. Whoosh, whoosh. Creepy tunnel. Going upwards. Okay. Supposed to go upwards. Downwards. Wait, what? I was already here. Oh my gosh. Okay. This way? Wait. Yeah. Okay. Barrels. Alright. What? Wait, I started here. Oh my god. Wait, did I? Yeah, I started here. Whoa. Alright. Go in here. Go up. And up here. Oh, Wow. That kind of scared me, actually. Okay. Ooh. There that is. That in there. And turn it. Slowly. My freaking mouse is messed up. There we go. Whatever I was descending into, it was 100 feet below ground, protected by the two solid metal hatches, located in a remote Arctic wilderness and buried beneath the snow. I didn't know what to expect, but it made me feel something I hadn't felt since I was a child. I'd never given it much thought before, but I realized that our entire society is almost a network of safety nets. Emergency services at the end of the phone line, health and safety in the workplace, friends, family, lovers, all there. If something goes wrong, part of a carefully designed structure to prevent all with the most mundane of emotions. Once again, I felt like I did when I was in school, surrounded by a closing ring of older kids, knowing anyone might help me. Friends, parents, teachers were too scared or too far away. Okay, just 1 second, guys. Alright, looks like we have about 1 minute and 30 seconds left. There could be something living down here. Heroics for Hollywood actors and fairy tales. I'm taking any chances. If I face off anything down here, I won't lose a second. Okay. There is a dog around this corner because I played this game before. I had a couple of seconds. Stand perfectly still. Why should I? Wow, where'd that dog go? It's supposed to be a dog. What the crap? Okay, no dog in sight. Alright. So, I'm just going to search, because I kind of forget everything after the beginning of this game. Just in case, let's see. Notebook, no to-do list. The entrance to the cave is caved in. There must be another one. I found a locked door in the middle of the mine. Alright. Locked door that is. Let's go in another door then. Oh, okay. Wait 1 second. Wait 1 second, guys. Okay, we can play a little bit longer. So, let's go to the office. Okay. Office. Search. Key. Okay, I'm not gonna read that because... Okay. I'm not gonna read that. And a backstreet. Okay, key. Big book of explosives. Okay, I don't need to read that. Okay. Search. Woo! Drugs! And beef jerky. Yeah, that's good. Alright. Search. More beef jerky. Typewriter. Alright. Search. Any drugs? No. Okay, so let's search for any more drugs. Well, those are batteries. Guess those counts drugs. So, there's a chair, so, yeah. This is a save station. An old man clutching something unseen. He is strange, and yet he is no stranger. Never seen before. I still know this man before me is Howard. I call him Father. Ugh. What just happened? I don't know if that was such a good idea. Alright, so okay. So, I will see you later, guys, in part 2 of Penumbra Overture. So, my name is ProGamerDudeMan.